Hello everyone, we're here in Pasadena, California. We're doing a re-roof project on a commercial roof. It's a supermarket. It's approximately 15,000 square feet. This roof is a barrel roof with a cap sheet roof membrane. We'll be installing an acrylic roofing system here. It should take us approximately about 6 to 7 working days. 2 working days to prep the roof, about 2 working days to install the asphalt emulsion with the polyester reinforcement, and then about 2 working days to install the 2 passes of acrylic coating. Some of the challenges that we'll be experiencing here on this roof is one, there's quite a bit of AC units, and secondly, this is a barrel roof, so there is quite a bit of slope, so we will have to work slightly slower. Today we are starting the new re-roof for this building. We have all the materials brought up, so now we're ready to start. Prepping the roof is probably one of the most important process in this roofing application. It's important because we need to make sure that all the dirt and debris is removed, that the surface is cleaned and prepped appropriately before we put on the new system. If we don't do that, the new roofing system won't adhere well to the existing roof membrane, and that will fail within a couple years. What we're doing now is we're building blankets. The reason why we build blankets is so we can prefabricate a roof membrane and insert it in difficult spots on the roof, such as HVAC systems or antennas. So what we've done is we've measured out some of the areas underneath the HVAC systems, and we put peeling sticks together. And what we're gonna do after that, on the seams of the peeling stick, we're gonna 3-course. We're using mastic with polyester reinforcement on the seams. After we're done using mastic and polyester reinforcement, we put acrylic and reinforce acrylic with polyester. So we're spreading out the first coat of it. Once we're done evenly spreading out the first coat over the peeling stick, we will apply the polyester reinforcement. The importance of the polyester is to allow the acrylic coating to become elastic, which will allow it to expand and contract during hot and cold climate. If we don't have the polyester, the acrylic coating will just crack. Once we have that done, we let it cure. Once it's fully cured and dried, then we would jack up the HVAC system probably a few inches. Allows us to have clearance, and that would allow us to insert the prefabricated roof membrane underneath this area. And then at that point, we'll be done with this section, and we'll just need to tie on the new roof membrane onto our blanket. Today we'll be spraying asphalt emulsion. We'll use the Greco 733 to pump up the materials. It pumps about 4,400 PSI, and that's how we're gonna spray it onto the roof. So right now what they're doing is they're spraying the asphalt emulsion, they're embedding it into the polyester reinforcement, and they're using a broom to broom it down. The most important part in this application is to ensure that the polyester is flat and that there are no fish mouths or any openings on the polyester, as we need to ensure that this installation is watertight. So what we're doing here on the valleys on the roof, we're putting an extra ply of polyester and acrylic. The reason why we're doing that is because the valleys where all the water will drain to before it gets into the actual scuppers and drains and it gets off the roof. So these are very sensitive areas. We want to make sure that we protect them and to ensure that we put an extra ply in there so it doesn't have premature peeling or any failure of the material. We finished installing the asphalt emulsion embedded in the polyester reinforcement. Now we will be going back to all the flashing areas, any areas where it's coming up on the roof, and we're gonna 3-course those areas. So we have an AC unit here. It has a flashing area, so we do need to seal these because we need to make sure that it's watertight. So we're gonna be 3-coursing around the unit to make sure that it's flashed in appropriately and that it's sealed watertight. We're using white mastic. It's a little thicker than asphalt emulsion and it seals a lot better. So we're gonna make sure all the flashings are watertight before we actually apply the first coat of the acrylic coating. We are almost complete for the installation of this roofing project, or we're in the process of applying the second coat of acrylic right now. After that, we will be done with this roofing project. One of the things that we do with HP roofing is we do remove all of the old wood and we put new treated wood here with an extra padding. It allows for the wood to be set without having any friction with the actual roof. So we put a protective padding, allows movement on this pipe so that wood would not damage the new roof, and it just adds an extra protection layer over it. One of the added services that we do is we make sure that we coat the actual ductwork of the AC unit. It helps waterproof the ductwork. Sometimes when the ductwork is left out in the sun, it gets brittle and it starts cracking, so it allows water to get in. Furthermore, it helps insulate the actual ductwork. So as it's cooling inside and it's a really hot day outside, this coating will help reflect the heat transfer through the sun and keep it a lot cooler. So you won't have any loss of that cooling air inside the building. Overall, this roofing project went really well. We anticipated 6 days of finishing, and today, on our 6th day, we will be finished with this project. This roof had some challenges where it was a barreled roof, pretty steep in terms of slope. There are a lot of AC units here, but we're able to get through those with no problem.